Hey, what's going on? It's that time of year again. You probably got here because you're trying to figure out what type of New Year's resolution should you have. And for Christians, we need to have our own New Year's resolutions. A lot of the world focuses on maybe I can lose weight this year, give up some certain bad habit, make some kind of life change. But what are some good Christian New Year's resolutions that all of us can implement? Well, when I started thinking about this, I had some ideas that I wanted to do with this channel. And one of the things is I decided I wanted to find ways to engage directly more with you. And so I thought live streaming would be a good idea. So I reached out to a few of the subscribers here and said, what do you think? And I put out a poll and I asked them what exactly would they like to do for a live stream. Would they prefer group spiritual direction, weekly Bible studies, or maybe just time for us to chat and learn about how to deepen our relationship with God each week? And the response is split. But it led me to an idea based on James 1:22 that, hey, maybe we could do the best of both. So let's talk about that. Hi, I'm Chad Torgerson with Directional Faith, where my goal is to help you find faith with a purpose and to learn to discern God's will for your life. And on this channel, I spend a lot of time teaching people about Bible verses and how they can apply them. And so when I came up with this idea of, hey, let's do some live streaming together, I didn't know which direction I wanted to go with it. And so I thought I would bring it to you guys and ask you, what exactly did you want to do? So it came down to two of the choices, pretty well split. Some people wanted to do a weekly Bible study, and the other half said that they'd rather just spend time finding out how they could deepen their spiritual lives. And so I spent time discerning, where do I go with this? Do I go with group A or with group B? How can I make all of you happy? Naturally, as somebody who spends a lot of time talking about discernment, I took it to God. And so during some of my prayers that week, I came across James 1:22. And it's a verse that you've probably heard 1,000 times before. And it goes like this: but be doers of the word, not merely hearers who deceive themselves, but be doers of the word. You've heard that before, but really, what does it mean? It's actually pretty simple. We spend so much time reading and studying the Bible. We hear it on Sunday mornings, but are we actually living it out in our lives? Of course, that's a goal for all of us, and we try to do it. When we fall short, we normally call that a sin. But even if it's not a sin, there are times that we know that we can do more in our spiritual lives. There's more that we can do to live to the standards that God has put before us, but maybe we just choose a different path. And you might be thinking I've blown some of this out of proportion, but Jesus himself warned us against this. He warned that if our hearts were not in the right place, that he wouldn't know us. In Luke 6, Jesus was talking about the good or the evil that was in each one of our hearts. And it led him to saying this: why do you call me Lord, Lord, but not do what I say? That was from Luke 6:46. So the people spent all their time saying, Lord this, Lord that, but never actually did what Christ called them to do. And how many times do we fall in that same boat? We walk around and we say that we're living a good Christian life. We read the Bible, we do these things, but when we actually get out into the world, we don't live as Christ called us to live. And so if you're looking for a great Christian New Year's resolution, let's start with this. Let's make this year about James 1:22. Let's make this a year where you're going to focus on being a doer of the word. This happy new you comes from the overflowing of the word pouring out of your heart into the world and the love that you show for the people around you. So each week when you leave church on Sunday, take one of those verses that you heard that day and really focus on it. Bring it into your prayer life. Make sure that you're focusing on it throughout the day, finding ways to enact it in your actual daily life. Don't let it just slip from your mind the moment you step out of that church the way we normally do. Because that's the reality, isn't it? We spend so much time hearing God's word that sometimes we glaze it over and we don't really take it in. And that's what this verse is about. That we can't just simply listen to God's word. We need to act upon it. That's what it's for. It's an instruction manual. It's not just a textbook that we're supposed to read and then maybe one day later we're going to get tested on it, that we're going to get to heaven and St. Peter's going to be standing there and going to give us a quiz on our Bible knowledge. That's not what's going to happen. What is going to happen is that we're going to stand before God and have to answer for what we actually did here on earth. What actions did we take? Did we move forward and take actual steps and follow God's word while we were here? It's not about what you know, it's about what you do. And so in the light of this idea, that's where I'm going to go with the live stream. I'm going to combine those two ideas. In Group A, they wanted to spend time studying the Bible. In Group B, they wanted to learn how to deepen their relationship with God. And I'm going to combine them both. We're going to spend each week, we're going to find Bible verses that you're going to be able to apply directly to your daily life. We're going to spend time reading each verse, just like James 1:22, and saying, what does this mean to me right now? Not just, is this a great verse? Is it going to look good on a poster on my wall? Is this actually something that I can live by, something that I can bring into my life on a daily basis and make it change not only my life, but the people around me as well? I don't have an official date yet, but if you want to join me on this journey in the next year to learn how to take the Bible and apply it to your daily life, make sure you hit the subscribe button and then the bell icon next to it so you can be notified whenever the live streams are happening. In the meantime, check out one of these videos over here and I'll see you in the next one. God bless and Happy New Year. And a shout out to Art of Homage. This cool shirt I wear each week comes from them. This isn't paid or sponsored, just really love the gear. I'll leave a link down in the description.